Hi YouTube. We are just gonna get right into it. It was a short week, so we're gonna talk. I'm gonna get my thoughts on the IndyCar schedule. But first, we gotta watch NASCAR highlights, then Cincinnati highlights because we're going in chronological order. So here are some highlights.
30 races down, 6 races to go. This is the Hollywood Casino 400. Whose day is it going to be today in Kansas? Let's find out.
I had to listen to most of this over radio because of a match, but excuse me. I do know Chase Elliott won. So showing OBS crashing issues are fixed. OBS just recently updated. So anyways, how recent it was interesting, but obviously we'll get to that part when we get to that part. Penalties to server race. Anyways, I don't know why I was only at 720. We will be extending St. Jude's. We'll be splitting St. Jude's and Sushi J. Coleman because of stuff outside my control. So right above my head is a QR code to donate. Excuse me. So lots of time is out with some fun. It's over. Really behind on the podcast. I'm blaming for YouTube, so I apologize about that. But if you do, I may do a mini subathon on my birthday. Well, not on my birthday, like a capped one up until my birthday. So like the 26th to probably starting on, I don't know, because it depends on weather and stuff. I'm planning on doing Philly out for my 30th, so subathon has, I may do like a short birthday subathon of a week, a few days before my birthday. But anyways, let's talk about NASCAR.
But you add that in with 1 lap fresher tires on Larson.
Anyways, Brad had that big of a lead.
Now your 2.5-second lead is gone, and it's not just time.
But then again, he had it pit at this point, so excuse me. Larson and Hamlin were really fighting for the lead.
3 wide for third. Chase Elliott in the middle. Tyler Reddick down low.
Because, like I said, Brad hadn't pitted yet, and Hamlin and Larson will cycle to the front. I don't think Cody Ware's tire is supposed to look like that, guys.
Trouble out of the 2311 team. The 45 of Tyler Reddick had to make an extra pit stop because on the first pit stop, watch on the right side. Crew jug goes over, right side up. Watch specifically the right rear back here. What you're going to see is the jack go down, the tire changer not done. He tightens it up. But we have seen many times that these wheels will not tighten up with the weight of the car on them. They have to be jacked up. So for this,
I wonder if it's like a safety thing that the cars have to.
Continuing the crew chief, he says, you know what? We lost track position. Let's save those set of stickers. Let's put our qualifying scuffs on.
Yeah, tire preservation is a huge thing in all racing leagues. So I can't believe Hamlin won stage 1. I honestly do not know who won stage 2 because I was in Cincinnati during stage 2. Get ready for the March. I love this 3 o'clock time slot. It's gonna be my permanent podcast, especially with hockey season coming up.
And Christopher Bell is looming in the background in 4th.
5 will probably the latest I'll go on Blue Jackets game days, since, you know, we're the same time zone, the same state. But If it's just Oilers on Monday, I have a little more breathing room. But
has been a hot spot today, and this has been the most recent example.
Tyler Reddick
ooh,
coming down pit road.
ooh,
Not understanding that Christopher Bell was 2 tires leaving this quickly. Almost contact. They both did a good job of working this out.
that is what you call an unsafe release. Of course, it's not a penalty in NASCAR because apparently pit road speed limits are enough for pit road safety. I think NASCAR needs an unsafe release penalty. There's a reason you'll see an IndyCar. I heard this on the radio. There's a reason in IndyCar if a tire changer has to make sure the track or pit's clear. I think NASCAR needs an unsafe. Now we know why the Dollar Tree is so expensive now. They got to pay off a NASCAR sponsorship. But like I said, once the timer hits 0, we are done for Subathon either until next September or this February. If the Red Sit make with playoffs, I mean, regardless, I'm gonna go to my mom's, but I want to try to get there a decent time, and it'd be a nice mental break to have Tuesday through Friday off instead of Wednesday through Friday. So I do consider this my job, so that's why I asked for subs.
Motorsports has to be happy with the speed they brought to the race today.
For a couple, look at the bottom of the pylon. You see their running order. Larson second, Elliott third, Bowman a respectable 12th. We're hearing he's having a little bit of steering issue, but Byron, something just a miss on the 24 so far. He's all the way back at 22nd. Does not have the speed to match his teammates.
You must maybe 24, 25.
Denny goes through on the inside.
That's the second time that Denny has used all of the racetrack up on Larson, and we've
Man, Denny's been driving like a jackass recently.
Look at this guy, Bubba Wallace now.
Like,
there it is. Watch this. Denny had really good momentum, turns left on him, just kind of slides up the racetrack, and Larson right here is thinking, okay, I got to run, and Denny just takes it away.
4 tires, no changes to the 11.
And the 11 easily beats his teammate off pit road, but look at this as we cycle through.
so yeah, Bubba Wallace almost cycled to the lead here.
Big advantage. That should be enough for the 23 of Wallace as he takes the momentum around 1 and 2 by the team owner.
I mean, it was the easy pass of Wallace. Hot tires versus cold tires, which is why I like NASCAR and IndyCar. I like IndyCar the most, so when we get a second, I know I'm kind of late on it, but we'll talk about the schedule. But I figured I could get my thoughts after I had a little time to think about it, and plus, it's way to kill time. After the feature petitions pushing, of course, but we're still on racing, and then we'll go to soccer.
And we're going to watch him. He is going to run the 11 down right here. I think he has enough speed to get to him.
I know watching NASCAR, but my initial thoughts I had last night, and I still have them today on the FCC matches. Too many missed opportunities. Boy, that Packers Cowboy game was wild. It ended a 40-all tie, and Green Bay almost blew it. I don't know what that play calling was.
Final lap presented by Credit One Bank, and Denny Hamlin has now led 92 laps here today. Stage 1.
Oops, I keep forgetting to mark my message. Take it. I just have Monday brain.
To make life easier on him next week, headed to the Roval.
Oh yeah, it's Roval next weekend. Trevor Perry's. I can't. I can say that straight face. He hates Roval. One day, maybe I'll get to raid Trevor. Again, I think we've raided him once.
So the frustration on the radio of the 24 as the battle for the lead heats up. Can the 24 right the ship and save some points before the Roval?
Here comes Denny Hamlin, top box. This is for the lead of the race, and he's through.
I've only watched the end of this race once. I really haven't watched. I really have watched it because.
Coming off turn 4.
Excuse me, I wanted to save it for Excuse me. Excuse me again. Just like raw reactions. Okay, it's broken.
Hamlin says the power steering is gone on the 11.
How bad is this situation?
Wow, Tire Night, it's actually half off of its Steam Autumn sale. Oh gosh!
Caution's back out.
Logano's involved.
Cindric, Gregson,
Wow, that was not a good moment for Penske.
and there's Logano.
What's that? Two friends of cars?
Backed up. Noah Gregson in that green and white
I don't know.
car was the first one to kind of change lanes.
I think Logano overcorrected for that's what caused the craziness. So
They were just ping-ponging off each other. Gregson got into Logano, went the other way.
you could tell Barry was off of gas by the flames shooting out of a tailpipe.
Larson.
Yeah, trying to just rim ride, trying to keep that momentum. And, you know, we've seen this before where the wall kind of pulls you in after you make initial contact. Now look how long the 5 is riding against the wall. Currently running 8.
That was Denny Hamlin.
So
That was Denny Hamlin a moment ago, Steve. He said, I don't know how much longer I can hold it. That's what Hamlin said.
you see, what I know he's talking about the car, but out of context, it sounds like he's prairie dogging, about to poop himself.
So many times over the year, this could be a
Man.
in the championship hopes for Denny Hamlin.
So obviously some sort of mechanical issue with the steering still exists after that radio.
There's debris on the track.
Oh, yeah.
That is part of a tire. It was Kyle Busch's tire.
Saw him in the wall a little bit ago.
Denny Hamlin survived 30 green flag laps. Cam, he gets into a stall cleanly without the power steering. How does he exit? It's pretty good, but they do lose.
It's just funny to hear NASCAR drivers complain about power steering issues
Denny Hamlin goes
when IndyCar has no power steering. Like,
back to 6th.
that's why IndyCar's my favorite series. I think it's the toughest car to drive.
He misses the jack stop. So now he has to reset as we roll it forward slow. Watch this. He tries. He has to slide it forward. Now he has to let the jack back down. This is taking seconds. The entire pit stop should only take forward. A push from
Man, that was a Penske-esque pit stop. I'm sorry, Andretti. I love Andretti, but oh my gosh, her pit crease is so bad. Logano. I'm wondering why Chase Briscoe has the tiebreaker over Logano.
Here. Larson tried to defend. Wow, they almost come together into 3. Briscoe right up against the fence. Wallace has
See, this makes no sense. The playoff points make no sense.
caution is out. Oh,
Yeah, I'm not a NASCAR expert, but I don't think that's how you're supposed to drive. Thankfully he was okay. As you can see, the car was not.
the car, communicating with the AMR safety team.
I think he got a little help. I actually really haven't seen this. This is my first.
Because of this wreck.
Really? No, I thought we were just gonna keep going in caution
Nemechek just
and burn fuel while they check for safer barrier.
Zane climbs the wall, and gets on the left side and just rim rides it all the way around.
I don't even know why the car
Never
was.
seen that before. Steve.
I
reminds me of Brad Keselowski decades ago.
that would if I was in that FCC match, I'll put in all caps in the Shield House Discord. Have you ever? Because that's a have you ever? No, I've never moment. Like,
Those are some very hard hits. Scary situation. Driver against the asphalt for a long time. The 42 got sent back up for a really hard hit, and then.
and this is why we have window nets.
Against the asphalt.
If it happened in IndyCar, we'd be thinking for Halo or Aero Screen because that'll be.
To try and finish off this
So here's what Bubba Wallace decided to tell after the. Here's where it made Bubba Wallace tell Denny Hamlin he was number 1, which I find hilarious.
Wallace in front.
Everyone turning on Denny Hamlin is hilarious.
Briscoe goes up high.
Like-
Did a little earlier. It's a drag race down the back stretch towards 3. Bell looks good at the moment. Briscoe goes up high. Hamlin's hugging the low side.
I honestly think Bubba Wallace just
These two are here. And here comes Chase Briscoe.
got too high up the track.
Toyotas. Wallace is still hanging on. Hamlin has come up into
Man, it'd been nice to see Bubba advance.
power steering issue.
But at least-
Led 160 laps today. Still has a chance.
Excuse me.
Final lap. Briscoe's in the wall. Bubba's hanging on. Here comes Hamlin.
let's be real here. Bubba just ran Wallace into the wall. Or I'm sorry, Hamlin ran Wallace into the wall.
How about that?
So I would love to get an updated championship shirt. It's been 5
Folks,
long
this is
years.
NBC Sports. If you enjoyed what you just watched,
5
well, it's
long
time to move
years.
the action and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel. You can have it all: news, highlights, interviews, and analysis. So go for it.
So, wow, that was easy. Hey guys, can you help me find the highlights? I can see why Kevin Dankate always takes his shirt off. I mean, he needs to stop because eventually he's gonna get a yellow card accumulation suspension. I don't know why it's a yellow card, but I would never wear a shirt that apps like that. I only wear a shirt when I need to. I'm gonna cover WEC more next year, but I don't know if FRA would be happy with like showing actual highlights. So I know it's only September, but I'm always thinking ahead. I'm gonna play next year's subathon, 2 subathons, probably a mini birthday one, and a full one next year, hopefully uninterrupted. And if I win that giveaway, it should be a lot easier to do it uninterrupted. So anyways, on to the
And yet, they are still second in the East with a shot at their second supporter shield.
oh man, I think last night the supporter shield race ended. I think we needed all 3 points to stay with Philly.
Sunday night soccer with 3 weeks to go in the regular season. We're underway.
Yeah, there's only 3 matches left.
Cincinnati, Ohio. It's FC Cincinnati hosting Orlando City.
1 away, 1 home within the 2025 Audi Ambulance Cup playoff start. So
Now Orlando City might be able to come forward. Ojeda direct from McGuire.
even Jake Sylvan was like,
Outside of his 18. Made it perfectly.
Evan was giving me Vermeer flashbacks. I
Finds a Janike. A Janike cutting it back. Denke's header saved by Gillespie.
This was the combination that saved 3 points at home.
man, like, talk about close.
But how about the composure and vision for Evander to find Echanike in the back post? Denke does a wonderful job to redirect this.
That was a beautiful save. That's got to be on what is safe. I'm sorry, that's not on what is safe. I don't know what the editors of what is safe are doing. What is safe is a compilation of week's best saves. That's got to be on there. Come on, that was like beautiful. Orlando probably should have won. I'm gonna be honest here. We lucked into a draw. Hang on. I'll adjust for after this stream.
And then put it on goal. Good first touch there.
So
That is wide. Is beyond Duncan McGuire.
did Nick get a foot to that?
And then put it on goal.
I swear Nick got a foot to that. No, how did Nick? How is that not a goal?
And being uncomfortable and playing on the counter.
Here we go. Good ball. Ojeda is in. Martino Ojeda once again. Miles Robinson. That is twice tonight. Taking it off of Martino Ojeda.
Yeah, Robinson did a great. I don't know why, but the midfield falls apart without Pavaruka. Like,
Showing why Cincinnati has put a lot of faith in him.
I love Miles. I love Miazga. But I swear the midfield, excuse me, falls apart without Buka. I mean, I guess that's a good problem to have, but we don't want to overwork him, especially with playoffs coming up. Honestly, I think it should all be, since we're rested for season single elimination, round 1 should be single elimination.
It's another corner. Orlando bringing the pressure now.
Getting from their midfield into the final third. Great look here from Duncan McGuire, and Freeman does a good job.
They got off the broadcast. I think we're barely mics are a little too loud.
They defend this well. Can they get out? In transition.
The corner is knocked down. Ruccolo there into his own man Janssen.
Yeah,
And then the foul.
we caught some breaks
Forward for Ojeda.
in this match. We also have some missed opportunities I should out to see later on in the second half highlight.
Just great composure here.
Oh, wait, we saw the second half highlight. Sorry, I thought it was part of stoppage time.
Looking at the second layer run. for
Monday
Freeman.
parade.
Laurel coming off his line, making himself big.
Anyway, so I realized Laura was on a leave. I was like, wait, this is the second half. What are you talking about, silly?
Away from him. Sets himself up. His shot is saved. And then Janssen puts it over.
From their manager, they've had some quality chances.
Did both captains get a Nacho Latina armband? I mean, obviously, Miles obviously got one with it being in Cincinnati last night.
That has to hit the back of the net.
It kind of looks like they gave a custom armband to the visiting captain. Unfortunately, you're not going to score. It's like when in hockey we shoot at the crest. It's like, you can't go through the goalie's chest.
Across the field, Orlando City will try to compress you.
That's a good save. But
For Cincinnati going forward is
there were some missed opportunities later in the second half. Like right here. I unfortunately knew that I was going to miss. I could tell.
run here from Pavel Buka. He does
Excuse me.
Powell stepping forward. Still Elvis Powell. Oh, Elvis Powell! Right at Gillespie, and then Buka scuffs.
Yeah, and Buka, just had an unfortunate touch for her, and it went out for goal kick.
similar to that game you and I were here 2 weeks ago against Nashville, isn't it?
In that match, it took 8
That was-
minutes into added time for Cincinnati to find a winner. It was Evander.
Great.
Evander. Denke! First time!
I still understand the yellow for taking off your shirt. Like,
When you have special play.
are they scared of shirtless men in soccer?
Watch Evander bring 4 Orlando City defenders by.
So,
Well, now Evander. Giving it to Brenner!
unfortunately, I'll never miss chance. I don't,
Is presented by Audi. A minimum 7 minutes left.
and I don't give it 7 minutes. I mean, 5, they still have tied it, but
Laurel has to make the save. Spicer hit
I still think 4 or 5 would have been,
Rodriguez trying to get around Marchuk. Pokes it to Ojeda.
the maximum.
They have had chances.
So,
By Muriel, Atuesta, Ojeda, Muriel misses.
Oh my goodness.
anyways, as you saw earlier, too many missed opportunities. That's what gave them the draw.
Just out of the reach of Evander. Now Ojeda.
Cause see, even if it was 5 minutes at it, they still would have.
Rodriguez around the Marine sends it wide.
My
He
goodness.
took it off the foot of the main man.
I'm not sure how they are up this game 1-0. The ball bounces with nobody about Marine and not a single
So.
Cincinnati player.
Orlando just keep coming.
Even if it was just 5 minutes, you can't just blow dead when Orlando's off attack like this.
Crossing, Freeman heading. There it is.
Yeah, even if it's just 5 minutes, which I think 5 at the most would have been fair.
Goal that was on its way for Orlando City.
I think it's funny that they have Coca-Cola advertisements on a national broadcast the game,
And a great cross.
but we have Pepsi at TKL.
Pace, but over
Yeah, and,
individually.
unfortunately ended in a draw. So it is what it is, but you know. Oh, I forgot to turn off ad breaks. I apologize about that. I usually try to do podcasts ad break free, so I can't even spell whoops right. Well, I guess it's better if the game turn it back on because I do want to. Anyways, now we try to predict for scary future. Ooh, hello, father. Do you want to do solids too with a meatloaf and mashed potatoes? All right, sorry, I was making dinner plans. You know what would help? Instead of going to Gmail, it'll help if I pull up Google Docs. So, anyways, we did not cover the Bengals because they have not played yet. They end week 4. Maybe I'm just on copium. But I actually think the Bengals could win tonight. Maybe I'm just on copium. Maybe I'm just on copium. But I think the Bengals can win tonight. And that would take us, what, next to the FCC match? Because it's today to next Sunday. Yeah. Huh. It is actually an F1 race week, so we will be getting to cover NASCAR and F1 next weekend. So it should be a little longer. Or next week. 20 minutes left in the stream, unless someone can add time. But if you don't, that's okay. I don't know why I keep pointing to a timer. It's like I'm trying to pressure you. We play the Divers. I mean, the Red Bulls. This weekend. See, FCC's good on the road, but it's really, really weird. For some weird reason, the Red Bulls, like, when it comes to road matches, they are 2-10-4, but at home we're 10-3-3. Like, well, FC Cincinnati is 10-4-2 on the road. Like, this is why this petition is going to take me a few minutes because I don't think Rebels. I honestly do not know how Chicago has to clinch the last playoff spot. Honestly, it should be 2-7, and Orlando should have clinched the last playoff spot, and the Crew, the Fire, and Red Bull should be out. I think once we get to 32, 1-8, it's fine. No wild card. Just go 1-8, which the NHL should go back to 1-8. But that's a topic for next week, because next week is my NHL preview. Yes, I am stalling to try to get the timer down. Let's title the document 9, 29, 25 through, what's that? 10, 5. Can't believe it's almost October. 5, 25. So yeah, like this is my dilemma right here. One team's good at home, one team's good at the road or away. If we want to be technical. So, but um, but I think CC wins 1-2. That takes us to Sunday for Formula One. I say McLaren bounces back, and I think Lando Norris wins the Singapore Grand Prix. Second. I always forget how to spell Oscar's last name. I think Oscar Piastri comes in second. All right, third. I think Ferrari has a bounce back, and Charles Leclerc comes in third. So, I do believe we get to cover football twice on this podcast. Because I actually have no idea what a Bengal spy week is. So, yep. Versus Detroit and Cincy. I love how we're playing in Cincinnati at 4:25. Must be on Fox for America's Game of the Week. I'll take it. But I believe NASCAR starts a little bit before then, so we will talk about. So I'll make my NASCAR prediction first. Yes. And since it's for Roval, I need to make a podium prediction. I think Larson actually wins. You know what? Say Bubba Wallace since I could. And then rounding out my IndyCar, NASCAR podium, I was gonna get one of them eventually. Denny Hamlin's gonna get for event. Then Bengals game, unfortunately, I think Detroit wins. So, all right. So now for the last 14 or so minutes, we can talk about my thoughts on 2026. Why I don't know what I said, like that IndyCar schedule. Which is 152 days away. So starting in St. Pete, I love starting in St. Pete. Excuse me. It starts. The new starts always around my mom's birthday. Excuse me. So we went home get moved to World Cup, but hey, they may be contractually locked in that date, even though it's force majeure, which World Cup coverage could be considered force majeure. But you know, I'm not a lawyer, so please don't listen to me on stuff like force majeure. Phoenix a week later. We definitely need more ovals sooner for the Indy 500, especially for younger drivers, like for rookies. And then the new streets of Arlington. IndyCar made a video on that, so let's watch. Let's see. I know it's my suggested. Where was that? Don't tell me I have to actually go look for it. Man. I actually have to go look for the video I wanted to show you guys. All right. Found it. So this is what the new race around Cowboys Stadium is going to look like. Yeah, you heard that right. So it's going to be like Detroit with a split pit lane. Probably because Detroit and Arlington were both so short that, or so small of a venue that they can't put a regular. Excuse me. I mean, it's gonna be people who complain about more street races, but I'm just like, hey, it's a new venue, it's IndyCar, and you know. I think this track has a lot of potential. You really can't get on a track if you've never seen it race at, like. And of course, all races will be on Fox. So. Excuse me, now we know it's March 7th because whoops, wrong button. It's been made that this so March 15th, March 7th is Phoenix. And then we got, is that a week off? Because we go from Texas to Alabama for Barber Motorsports Park. No, that's right. We're just going like rapid fire at March. And then not until April 19th is the Streets of Long Beach. Then, as always, month of May kicks off at the Indianapolis Road Course. The 24th, 8th Indy 500 person. I can't believe I'm approaching 10. Will be the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500. Then we got Detroit for weekend after. I want to go to Detroit someday. I will make it work someday financially. It's just hard with Indy 500. Like back when it was a week after, which I still think it needs to be a week after because all the media stuff the Indy 500 when it has to do. Yeah, and then Worldwide Technology Raceway or Gateway. Then a week off. And then June 21st is Road America. 4th of July weekend. Mid-Ohio. Here's the big change. We're no longer... This year, Nashville is in July. I don't know if that's a good idea. I've never been to Nashville. I want to eventually, but I'm pretty sure Tennessee gets fairly hot in July. I'm sure I can confer with my mom because, you know, we have family down there. But you know what? If only I have her. All right, let's Google it. Yeah, 89. That's not gonna be fun. So hopefully they make it's the 17th. I think the 19th is a Sunday. Yeah. I was hoping we would make that a night race, like move it to a Saturday. It's a night race with how hikey and natural. But what can you do? And then we go to Portland, and because of the World Cup, we have another new track. Because it's going to be kind of hard to build a track at a stadium that's hosting the World Cup. Toronto is right where we go through the parking lot, BMO Field, and putting a racetrack down mid World Cup, it's gonna kind of be hard. And then we got the doubleheader Milwaukee. Excuse me. And then we end the season at River Tech Racer Laguna Seca, which people complaining about, like the track was before you move there, for probably so cheap because you were near a racetrack. If you choose to live near a racetrack, you shouldn't be allowed to complain about the noise. You know what you moved to. Like, if I lived in Ohio, I would have season tickets to Mid Ohio. But I'm very happy being 2 hours to Mid Ohio and 2 hours from Indy. So yeah, trying to find stuff to wrap about for 6 minutes. But yeah, I guess we could give a cheap followers. Cheap ban at byeBye.com. Automod not doing its job, of course not. That's supposed to be automodded. So basically, Yap ain't even realized there was a scam bot here. But yeah, I guess why. Well, I like how I've suggested collaborators. Like some I don't even know. Well, one I can see why, because I was talking soccer. I've been talking the Napoli match, which unfortunately we lost 2-1. The Port FC Cincinnati somehow lost a man up. I don't know what's up with my clubs and losing a man up, but it happened. So. Wait, so we're gonna record Corky game after this, so really, we're playing. I guess we could talk a little bit about playing for next year's streams. To fill the gap. I just didn't want to leave time over time or over final day, but so probably gonna do a mini birthday subathon, and then next September, hopefully a longer subathon. Gotta work on planning it out better, starting tomorrow at dinner with my mom. So. Yeah, I think the NHL preseason wraps up in a few days. Gambling, there's just too many stuff with sports gambling. Like, why do we need odds on preseason games? Like, I'm not against gambling responsibly, but we don't need to infiltrate everything. So yeah, it looks like the preseason ends Saturday. Honestly, I don't think it's a good idea for. All right, that's a topic I can talk about with about 3 minutes left. if you're worried about wear and tear, shorten for regular season. Don't shorten preseason. Like, in my opinion, preseason is necessary. It is how you shake for rest. It is how you get game fit or match fit, depending on the sport. There's a reason F1 has very preseason. It'll be like F1 going out without testing the cars. Like, okay, you're just gonna go to Australia without your car tested. Good luck. Before Joe got hurt, you can see him playing in preseason really helped. And we didn't lose the first game of the season again. We had one of the first game of the season since 2021. We went to the Super Bowl. I'm not throwing that out because I just think Jake Browning's a good backup. I'm worried about the offensive line and mostly the defense. So, but since we only have like 2 minutes left, let's just recap my predictions and then we'll start wrapping up. So with tonight, knock on wood, the Bengals win 28-14 against the Broncos. Saturday night, I think FCC beats the New York Flop Bulls. I meant Red Bulls. 1-2. Sunday morning, well, Sunday morning for us, it's Sunday night. Because of how hot it gets in Singapore. Your podium will be Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, and Charles Leclerc. Your NASCAR podium will be Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace, Denny Hamlin. And unfortunately, I think the Bengals fall to the Lions. The Lions are definitely one of the best teams in NFC right now. You really can't deny that, especially since they went to a NFC championship. And they won the North last year. And I think they leave the North after last night. Yes, they do, because I had a feeling the Packers tying would give the Lions the lead of the North. Lions are 3-1, so it'll probably be 4-1. Yeah, after starting out the season with a loss, they've won 3 straight. So, anyways, that will do it for today's this year's subathon. Think of where far we go. Sorry, kind of flipped you guys off, but that's okay. So, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. God bless. Excuse me. I still believe that Jesus is Lord. And we will see you Saturday for a short Sims 4 stream. Normally, I would, like, if Reds didn't make the playoffs, I would have ended the subathon tomorrow, but we're just going to end it today. So, yeah. There could be a mini birthday subathon, but expect it more than likely next September. So YouTube, we are ending in 3, 2,